A very good morning to all my dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Today, I welcome the students of Standard 3rd to the online session of computers. In the previous class, we were discussing about the keyword and the keys which are there in the keyword. So now we will move forward to the second device, that is mouse. So a mouse is a small input device which is used to give the input to the computer. It helps us to do different tasks on a computer. It is used to point at or select an object on a computer screen. For example, if you want to open any file, if you want to open my computer, then you have to drag your mouse or you have to move your mouse cursor to that file or to that icon, and then you have to click on it. After clicking on it, your file will be opened. If you want to select anything, if you want to open anything, if you want to move the cursor on any object on the computer screen, the mouse is used. The mouse has two buttons. There are left button and right button. You can see that this is a mouse. The finger is on the left button, and this is a mouse and the finger is on the right button. So two buttons are there. One is called the left button and second is called the right button. Here you can see the image of the mouse. This is the left button and this is the right button, and in between one scroll bar is there. You can see that one round bar is there which we can move from upside to downside, that is called the scroll bar. Okay, so pressing and releasing the left mouse button is called a click. It means once you have clicked that mouse button, it means press that, and after that you leave that or release that. That is known as a click. For example, if you want to open anything, you have to click the left mouse button. So once you press it and after you release it, it means you have clicked it. You have clicked it once. So when we press the left button once, it is called the single click. And when we press it twice quickly, it is called the double click. It means quickly together you have to press it twice. So if you press it once, it is called single click. If you press it twice, it is called the double click. Okay, so clicking the left button once is called the click, and clicking the right button once is called the right click. Okay, so if you will press the left button, then it is called the left click. If you press the right button, it is called the right click. So this we have studied about the mouse. Now we will move forward to the monitor. So a monitor is an output device. Why it is an output device? Because it gives you the result. It gives you the display. So it displays everything we do on a computer, like typing the words, numbers, and making pictures, tables, graphs and charts. We can even watch a film or a cartoon on a monitor. There are three types of monitors. Okay, so whatever work you are doing on a computer, if you are watching a movie, so where do you watch it? In the monitor screen. If you are playing a game, you can watch it or you can play it using the monitor. Okay, so if you are watching any picture, if you are creating the table, if you are drawing anything, if you are writing anything, then this all the things will be displayed to you using the monitor. So the monitors are divided into three types. How many types, students? Three types. So there are three types of monitors. First is CRT monitor. This is CRT monitor. In the olden times, in our PC also, earlier, this CRT monitors are there. They were very thick in size, very fat. Then the LCD monitors come into existence. So this is the LCD monitor which is flat, which is called the liquid crystal display monitor. Then after that, the LED monitor comes. The LED stands for light emitting diode. So the CRT monitor were very thick, very broad in size, then the LCD monitor is flat, and the LED monitor is more flat than the LCD monitor. Okay, so I repeat it once again, students. The monitor are divided into how many types? Three types. First is CRT monitor, second is LCD monitor, and third is LED monitor. Okay, so now let us move further in deep about all this monitor. First is CRT. CRT stands for cathode ray tube monitor. So it is very big in size, very heavy and occupies lots of space. This monitor is rarely in use now. Why it is rarely in use now? It means the persons are now not using this CRT monitor. Why? Because it is very big in size, it is very heavy, it is very broad and it takes lot of space. Then second is LCD. The LCD stands for liquid crystal display monitor. It is not very big in size, not very heavy and occupies less space. The pictures on it are clearer than an CRT monitor. Okay, so this is an nice monitor which is removed the limitations of the CRT monitor. It is small in size, it is very lightweight, not very heavy and it takes less space. And the pictures are more clear. We can see everything very clearly than the CRT monitor in the LCD monitor. Third is LED. LED stands for light emitting diode monitor. It is not big in size, not very heavy and occupies less space. The pictures on it are clearer than on LCD and CRT monitor. So again the LCD is an improvement. It is much nice than both the monitors. It is small in size, it is also light in weight and occupies less space and the pictures are more clear than both the LCD and the CRT monitor. Okay, so this we have studied about the monitor. 3 types of monitors are there and we have seen their advantages and their limitations. So now we will move forward to the third device, that is CPU. You can see that this is an CPU. We are having the CPU in our lab, right? So everything what we have done is saved in this CPU. The CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Please note down all the forms. The full form of CPU is Central Processing Unit. You have to remember, you have to take every full form in your textbook and you have to by heart it. So the Central Processing Unit, that is CPU, is the main part of a computer. It is called the brain of the computer. Like human brain, we are having the brain, we store everything here. So in the same way, computer brain is called CPU. Everything what a computer does is saved here in the Central Processing Unit. This is where a computer does all its processing work. It is also called system unit. So what is the another name of CPU is system unit. So now let us see the parts which are inside the CPU. So some hardware parts of a computer are inside the CPU. This is the first part which is known as SMPS. The second is hard disk drive. Okay, the third is RAM, that is random access memory. Fourth is motherboard and fifth is processor. Okay, so these are the parts of the computer which is presented in a CPU. So now let us discuss about all these parts in detail. First is motherboard. All the other parts of the CPU are connected to the motherboard. It means that all the other parts like RAM, like processor, like SMPS, everything is connected to the motherboard. So the motherboard is the main part of a computer. Then SMPS. SMPS stands for switch mode power supply. This device is used to supply power to a computer. It means that first the plug is attached to the switchboard and then the power is given to the computer. So the SMPS manages the power supply which is given to the computer, electricity given to a computer. Third is hard disk drive. It stores the data permanently inside the computer. It means that to store the data, everything, every file, every document, everything which we are giving to the computer is stored permanently. It cannot be deleted if it is stored in the hard disk drive. Fourth is RAM. RAM stands for random access memory. It stores the data temporarily inside the system. It means that if you want to store the data for 1 week, 1 month or the time which you have specified, then you have to store it in RAM because it can store the data temporarily, while the hard disk can store the data permanently. Then fifth is processor. This is the actual processing device of the computer. It means every processing, every calculation, if you are giving something to add, if you are giving a sum to a computer to return your answer, then the actual processing will done using the processor. It will calculate everything. Okay, so the main parts of the processor are listed below. Now the processor is also divided into two parts. First is ALU, that is arithmetic and logic unit. The ALU carries out all the mathematical and logical operations. It means plus, multiplication, division, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to. All these operations are performed using the ALU, that is arithmetic and logic unit. Second is CU, that is control unit. CU controls the transfer of information from one part of the processor to another. It means it does the work of transferring the data. It transfers or moves the information from one part to the other part of the processor. Third is MU, that is memory unit. So MU stores the data in the computer. So everything which we are performing using a processor is stored in the memory unit. Okay students, so I revise it once again. Today we have studied about the mouse, that is the left click, right click, and it is used to select anything or to point anything on the computer screen. Then monitor. So the monitor is an output device which gives you the result on the monitor. There are three types of monitor: CRT monitor, LCD monitor, and LED monitor. Then CPU. So the CPU is the main part of the computer. It is called the brain of the computer. So we have studied about the parts which are inside the CPU: motherboard, SMPS, hard disk drive, RAM, and processor. So again the processor is divided into three main parts. First is ALU, which carries out all the mathematical and logical instructions or operations. Then CU, which is used to transfer the data from one part to other, and MU, that is used to store the data. Okay, so now about other devices we will study in our next period. For now, bye bye. Have a great day ahead.